Let's bring in Zoe McKenzie now, a Liberal MP who has served in the House of Representatives since May 2022. Joining us live from Melbourne. Good to speak to you again, Zoe. I've got to talk to you about electricity prices because I don't know who's done the research on this. We've played so many times Labor's promise of reducing everyone's electricity bill by $275 a year, but the Liberal campaigners and Peter Dutton have tracked it down to this day, 3 years ago. 3 years ago they promised to lower our electricity prices. How are they doing?
Well, they promised a fundamental reset, right, of $275, not $280, not $240. They weren't having a stab in the dark, right? They'd done their maths and they said it was going to be $275 less each year, not a handout. I guess it is now, by quarters for 1 year only to get you through the election to the other side. No, $275 reset each year, and he said it 97 times. Chris, you could just sit on this show and say $275 less 97 times, and I reckon it would take half the show. And that's the message that the Australian people got, that they should expect a fundamental recalibration of their electricity bills. And what we know now is they're paying $1,000 more a year on average. People open their electricity bills with trepidation.
It is extraordinary, as you say. We're paying more now, $1,000 more than we would have been under their promise, which is just incredible. No wonder the Coalition and the Liberal Party cranking up ads on this. Here's Peter Dutton's version.
Remember when Anthony Albanese promised to cut your power bills by $275 a year? That was 3 years ago to the day. And he didn't just promise it once.
$275.
Labor said it 97 times before the last election. But what's he delivered? Well, electricity prices are now up to $1,000 more than what Labor promised. Labor's renewables only policy is driving prices up, and Australian households are paying the price.
Yeah, it's extraordinary stuff. It's going to hit home. I suppose the big challenge, we know what the Coalition's medium to long-term plan is, to get stability into the system with nuclear power. But how on earth are you going to put downward pressure on prices in the near term?
And so, look, it's all about supply. In the last month, I opened the Hastings Generation Plant, which is on the Long Island Point ExxonMobil site. And there they are burning ethane that just used to go into the air, right? So now they burn it off and they turned it into electricity. It can power 35,000 homes. Right, that's half the peninsula in just this one tiny plant to use a gas that was otherwise burning off into the air. But no. Apparently that's evil, because at the centre of it is gas versus another solution we've got down the road, which is the Flinders Community Battery, which can power 70 homes. So 70 homes can be drawn down from that battery at one point in time. They're all important. They all need to be on the table, but we need to stop demonising supply and use what we've got. We have some of the most bountiful energy resources, whether it's uranium or gas in this country, and yet we close our eyes to it and hope that the wind keeps blowing and the sun keeps shining.
Well, gas is the obvious answer, because it might be a bit much to ask anyone to build a new coal-fired power station, and that would take a long while anyway. There is plentiful gas in this country. It can ramp up and down to fit in with renewables, and of course it's relatively quick to build medium-sized gas plants, right?
As you can see from the one that's in the Hastings Generation Plant, all done by Esso locally. It only took less than a year to actually build once they'd finally got through all the approvals, because of course everyone opposed it because it's fossil fuels. But they've got it up, they've got it running, it's powering the peninsula. It's great.
Fantastic stuff. Thanks for joining us, Zoe. I appreciate it. Zoe McKenzie there, Liberal MP for Flinders, down there on the Mornington Peninsula of Victoria.